This story begins after the Champa tournament. Everyone was on planet Earth. On one side was Goku, together with Goten, exhausted in the Super Saiyan training. "Come on, father, fight with all your power." "Of course not, Goten. If I fight with all my power, this fight would be very boring." Angry, Goten would say, "Do not underestimate me." Suddenly, Goten would begin to increase his power, leaving Goku very surprised. "So Goten is transformed into the Super Saiyan 2? What? How is it possible? But we only trained for 3 days. I will defeat you, father, even if I have to use all my power," said Goten. While Goku was in his thoughts, increased his power level very fast. You can see that Goten has much more potential than Gohan. Suddenly, Goten, at a great speed, hits a blow on the face of Goku, distracted. "That is not worth, Goten. Fight seriously, father. Use all your power." "Very well. You asked for it, Goten." Scream, transforming into the Super Saiyan 3. I think I exaggerate a little. Better move to Phase 2. "Don't do it. He will defeat you in that state." "What? Are you sure?" "Of course I am." Goku, laughing, gets into a fighting pose just like Goten, starting a great fight. While on the other hand, "What's going on, Mr. Beerus?" "Whis, I just had that dream." "What dream are you talking about?" "Goku is a threat to the universe." "As I supposed." "He will ask something to Zeno-sama. I feel that he can endanger the whole universe," said Beerus, thinking. "Whis, I want you to contact those of the planet Earth. I want them to eliminate Son Goku." "How? But what are you saying, Mr. Beerus? You are not going a little far just for a dream." "Remember that I am a god of destruction. Do you doubt my words?" So Beerus would contact Vegeta, Bulma, and the others. He tells everyone to eliminate Son Goku. These words would leave everyone very impressed. "If you do not eliminate him, I will go myself and eliminate you, him, and all of you," said the god of destruction, very angry, and then tell Whis, "Whis, let's go to Earth." The angel would obey. Meanwhile, "Wow, Goten, but what power you have! You surprise me more and more. You can match the power of a Super Saiyan 3 being in Phase 2. That's great. I told you, I am very strong," said Goten, smiling next to his father, when suddenly the Saiyan receives a lightning in the chest, falling on his knees. "Father, what happened?" "What? What the hell?" "We are sorry, Goku. We have to do it for the good of the planet," Krillin said. "Krillin, Piccolo, what are you doing?" "We have to eliminate you, Goku, so the planet will be fine." "Mr. Piccolo, Krillin, why are you doing this to my father?" "I'm sorry, father. We have to do it for this planet." Goku would be stunned by this. Gohan, why are you doing this? Did you hit your head?" Suddenly, Krillin and Piccolo would throw themselves against Goku, when, in the distance, he could hear Bulma and Chi-Chi shouting, "Come on, kill Goku! Kill him! Don't leave him alive!" "But Chi-Chi..." Goku couldn't believe it. Suddenly, Krillin would hit him, while Piccolo would launch a super attack. That would again go through Goku, wounded. "Damn it, I got distracted. Stop it, damn it! Why are you doing this to me?" "Father, these are orders from the great god Beerus. Besides, it's for the good of the universe, father. We will kill you, even if it costs us our lives." Krillin would also say, "Yes, Goku, you are a threat. If you leave this planet, we will have mercy, and we won't hurt you, so get the hell out of here." Piccolo seriously would say, "Go away, Goku. You are not welcome here anymore." "Get out? I'm not welcome? But I was the one who gave my life for this planet. I saved you from all the threats, you bastards." "We don't care what you have done. Just get out, Goku, and there will be no more problems." "How dare you take me out of my planet, which I took care of with all my soul? I won't let you, you bastards." Gohan would attack Goku, but Goten would get in the way. "If you want to fight, fight with me." "With you? But you're a weakling, Goten. You've always been inferior to me. Get out of my way if you don't want me to hurt you." Goten would flatly refuse, and then Gohan would throw a powerful blow, which Goten would easily dodge, thus counterattacking with a kick that would hit Gohan's face. "Ah, that hurt. I really don't want to fight seriously, Goten. You are my little brother, but I have no other choice. You are on our father's side. Shut up, Gohan. Look what you are saying. You are not like that. Those guys brainwashed you. At that moment, Gohan would use the Super Saiyan. Do you think you are the only one? Piccolo would see this and tell Gohan, "Don't trust him. After all, he is your father's son too." Gohan and Goten would have a somewhat equal fight, but Gohan's superiority was becoming more and more noticeable. Gohan would take Goten by the legs and hit him again and again against the ground. Goku, tired, would transform into the Super Saiyan Blue, making everyone go back. I'm tired of putting up with so much arrogance and stupidity. You didn't appreciate everything I did. Well, now appreciate how I finish you off. Bulma would say, No, Gohan, Piccolo, Krillin, don't be defeated. You have to kill him. Goku, when he heard Bulma, would quickly approach and put his hand on her neck, but he would just throw it and tell her, Don't get in the way, Bulma. Father, I can handle my brother. Of course not, Goten. Don't be silly. Gohan and the other furious ones would try to attack Goku, but as expected, he was superior to all of them, and in 2 seconds he would leave them on the ground, leaving them all wounded. Are you sure they still think the same about me? I will give them one last chance to redeem themselves. Honestly, I don't care that they are my family. I don't care about someone who wants me dead. Despite Goku's words, none of them tried to redeem themselves before everything they had done. It seems that they will not change their minds. Goten, go away from here. I feel that something bad is going to happen. But father, I can't leave you alone. Goten, I said get out of here. Listen to me. Okay, father, I will. Take care of yourself. At that moment, Goten would leave the place. Goku would create an energy which he would use to eliminate them all. He would slowly approach them to finish them off, when suddenly, Insect, what do you think you're doing? Said Vegeta, who was in his god phase. Vegeta, what are you doing, Kakarot? Vegeta, these bastards betrayed me. Is that true, Bulma, Chi-Chi? Both would nod assent with their heads. They betrayed me. I will not forgive them. Goku would walk slowly towards them again, but suddenly an arm would pierce Goku's chest. Kakarot, you have to understand that this is for the good of planet Earth. Vegeta, you too. Because Goku would fall to the ground, totally untransformed and wounded. Vegeta also betrayed me. Why are you doing all this to me? Said Goku with desperation. Kakarot, we have to do it for the good of the universe. So do me the favor and die at once, insect, said the prince, about to launch a final flash. Goodbye, Kakarot. But suddenly Goten would appear, kicking Vegeta in the face. Don't mess with my father! Vegeta would just laugh, saying, Goten, you should never have gotten together with Trunks. I can see you're an idiot. Vegeta would punch Goten in the stomach, making him spit. Damn it, Goten! I told you to leave! Why the hell didn't you listen to me? I gave you the order for a reason. You don't have to disobey me. You should have saved yourself, don't you understand? Goten would say, I'm sorry, but I felt you needed my help. It's too late to say anything. I order you to leave again. I will try to distract him, but please run away and don't come back. You can't even stand up. Look at the state you're in. You can't move even a little bit. Vegeta, tired of waiting, would try to finish off Goku again. But again, for some reason, Goten had found a way to hit him again. Damn, Goten! What did I tell you? Goku would say, annoyed. But he would notice that under his pants there was a hermit seed, which Goten had left without Vegeta realizing it. And it was all a plan so that Vegeta could distract him, and Goku would take the hermit seed. So he went to the Temple of Sacred to get those seeds. It was really something smart. It didn't occur to me at any time. Surely he must have one for him saved too. Goku would think at that instant, while Vegeta was slaughtering Goten. For some reason, Chi-Chi didn't care that they were doing this to her son, but from one moment to another, Vegeta would feel how Goku would take him by the head and throw him to the ground with a great force. Goku would use his Super Saiyan transformation again. Now, yes, Goten would escape from Vegeta's claws and would run away from the place, but Goku would thank him for this before he left. Vegeta would get up, surprised.
How is it that you are standing? Just now you were on the ground injured, without being able to move.
Vegeta would stop doubting when he saw that the bag of the hermit seed had been left, but it was empty.
That doesn't matter, Kakarot. Your destiny will be the same. Don't think it will be altered just because of that. It seems you have the wrong idea, insect.
I really didn't expect it from you, Vegeta. On top of that, you are on their side. You all see me as the threat, when I'm really not.
None of us decided that, Kakarot. It was an order from him.
Bulma, scared, would look at Vegeta, telling him, "What are you doing, Vegeta? You shouldn't have said that to him." Goku, intrigued, would ask, "Who do you mean, Vegeta? Who gave you that order? You say that someone from above dictated it?"
That's right. Anyway, no matter what I tell you, he will never know that I told you because you will be dead.
Tell me, who is it?
It was the god of destruction, Beerus. We have to do it, or the only thing we will receive is death from him, and he will destroy this planet.
No, it can't be Mr. Beerus. But how is it possible? He would never say that. Besides, how can you listen to him, knowing that he must not be right?
You are wrong, Kakarot. Yes, he is. Besides, he made us open our eyes, and we realized that the biggest threat of the universe was always in front of us. Sometimes you don't measure the things you do, and bad things end up happening. We fear that in the future, it could be something much worse, that even the gods won't be able to control.
I can't believe you think that way. That god really brainwashed you. Then that damn guy will also pay for me. He was responsible for all of this. I won't have any pity for him.
Shut your mouth, insect.
Vegeta would throw himself against Goku, but he would dodge his first blow, hitting him in the stomach. Both used the Super Saiyan Blue God. As the fight went on, it seemed to be even. But Goku did not want to wait any longer, and would use the Kaioken to have much more advantage. Goku would use the Kaioken times 10, which would be more than enough to leave Vegeta like an ant. Damn it, he already had to use that again. I didn't expect it. It can't be. Goku wouldn't measure words, and at once, at maximum speed, he would go to hit Vegeta in the stomach with a definitive blow. But suddenly his hand would be stopped by someone. But how? He would turn around, and he would see a somber look behind him. Beerus had stopped his attack. Scared, Vegeta would tell him,
I'm sorry, Beerus. I couldn't do what you asked.
Better shut up, Vegeta. I knew I couldn't count on you. You're useless. Better get out of the way. So you came, Beerus. I was just waiting for you. So it was you who started all this. You're a bastard. We were supposed to be allies. Goku, with the Kaioken times 10, would increase it to Kaioken times 50, and would attack Beerus. But he did not even move. These blows did not seem to affect him at all. How naive you are, Goku. I'm sorry that this has to end like this, but an individual like you cannot stay alive. This is your end. Goku would be about to be destroyed by the power of Beerus, but suddenly this would disappear, leaving him very confused. Suddenly he would notice that he was in another place, where everything seemed to be an infinity of emptiness. He only saw white around him. But someone would touch his leg, telling him, Father, finally you are here. Leaving Goku surprised because he would see his son, Goten. Son, what are you doing here? How did you get to this place? Wait, is this the room of time? I'm sorry, Father. It was the only way I saw to save you. I had to do it. I knew that if I didn't do something, you were going to die. I just wanted to help. Dende helped me with all of this. I told him the situation, and luckily, he wasn't being manipulated like the others. This is the only place where they can't do anything to us. That's why I told Dende to destroy the door once we were both inside, because if not, they could find us. From what Dende told me, now we have no connection with the Earth, and we are in a dimension apart. Of the billions that exist, it's impossible to be found. That was surprising what you did, Goten. But how are we supposed to get out of this place? What did Dende tell you about that? We can't get out, Father. There's no way to do it. So you're saying we'll never get out of here? It's the only way I saw to save us, Father. It's all right, son. Don't worry. I'll find a way to do it myself later. But I don't understand how I got to this place. It was thanks to the dragon spheres. We managed to collect them as soon as possible. He asked him to teleport you to the time chamber, and that's how you are here. He managed to do it because by that time the door had not been destroyed, and therefore there was a direct connection between the Earth and the vacuum dimension. He also told me that if the door was repaired, it would not connect to this dimension, but to another completely different one. I see, Goten. But now how are we supposed to survive without food? Didn't you take that into account? We will starve to death. No, Father. We also asked the dragon to leave us enough food to survive for a long time. Goku would look into the distance, noticing that there was a giant pantry full of food which he seemed to be unaware of. Father, these foods are not like the ones on Earth. These are foods that will not be damaged over time. They are special foods brought from other planets. Perfect, Goten. I see that you thought of everything. Right now, I am very hungry. Goku and Goten at that moment would eat of the food that was there until they were full, since there were infinite tons of food. Father, we have everything to survive. Now, what should we do? I understand. Then we only have to train. It's the only thing we can do in this place. I will overcome my limits in this place. This infinite emptiness will also allow me to connect with myself, and that would help me a lot. I also plan to train you. Now that I have all the time in the world to be with you, Goten, I know that your strength and power capabilities are very great. You just have to know how to maximize them, and I'm going to take care of that too. We will become so strong that that bastard Beerus will regret having done everything he did. That idiot will pay for having betrayed us. Vegeta and the others will also pay for having done this to us. Damn it, even Chi-Chi betrayed me because of that god of destruction. I won't refrain from training until I become much more powerful than him. Father, calm down a little. It's not good to be so bitter. Remember that they were once your friends. You shouldn't be so mean to them. Do you think I care, Goten? They didn't care about what we were. They didn't care about me at all. Do you think I'm going to care about them? Meanwhile, outside the time room, Beerus noticed that Goku had disappeared from the place, so he would disintegrate his energy before it impacted with something else. Because if he didn't do it, it would destroy the Earth. The others in the place were also perplexed when they saw this because they didn't see Goku do the teleportation pose at any moment. Something wasn't adding up. Since he disappeared out of nowhere when he was ready to die, Beerus was upset and would say,
"Where the hell did that fool Goku go? I demand that you look for him. I want him here as soon as possible."
The Angel Whis knew what had happened, but he would not tell Beerus for some reason, because despite being an angel, which should always be neutral, he felt appreciation for the Saiyan, and this prevented him from saying something to Beerus that could harm Goku, because in reality, the angel did not agree with the decision of Beerus to get rid of the Saiyan. Beerus would say,
"If you don't find him, then I'll kill you idiots myself."
By this time, the others understood Beerus' order. They would set out to look for Goku. Beerus would ask Whisk if he knew where Goku was, but Whisk would lie to him and say that unfortunately, he didn't know that information. The others would try to sense Goku's ki, but no matter how hard they tried, they couldn't find him. Vegeta would say,
"That damn Kakarot must have hidden his power so he wouldn't be found. But I don't understand who the hell would help Kakarot."
Vegeta would go to King Kai, because he knew that from time to time Goku used to train with him, and they had communication. Vegeta would be taken by the Angel Whis to wherever he wanted, by order of Beerus. This is why Vegeta could get to King Kai's planet. So Vegeta would tell him,
"Tell me, where is Kakarot?"
"You mean Goku? I don't know. He hasn't come to visit me for a long time, that fool. Why? Did something happen to him?"
"Stop being an idiot and tell me. I know you're capable of covering it up."
"Seriously, I swear I don't know where Goku is."
"If you don't tell me, I'll kill you. And if I do, there won't be anything left of you, because you're really dead. So you'd better talk."
King Kai's gorilla friend would get into the discussion, but he would be vilely annihilated by Vegeta. So King Kai would see that it was something very serious. Really, King Kai knew about it, since he contacted Goten before Goku was inside the room. and part of the plan to lock them up was also King Kai's, to protect his great disciple Goku. Since he didn't understand how they all wanted to betray him, Vegeta wouldn't believe him and would point his right hand at his face, implying that he was going to annihilate him. So King Kai thought, I already died once for him. I don't want to die a second time because of him. If he destroys me, there'll be nothing left of me. I will cease to exist. What the hell am I supposed to do? Damn it. I'll have to tell him the truth. No, I'd better tell him a lie. So he would tell Vegeta. No, wait, Vegeta, don't do it. It's okay. I'll tell you the whole truth. According to what I understand, the great Zeno-sama requested his presence immediately. And since it would take longer to tell the Saiyan, Daishin-Kan teleported him to Zeno-sama's palace. I still don't know why he requested the presence of Goku.
Damn it. Just what were we trying to avoid? That insect will have told the king of everything. Although it really sounds very convenient that he just disappeared at that moment.
Vegeta would believe him, and would leave the place with Whis. So they would arrive where the god of destruction Beerus was. And Vegeta would tell Beerus what King Kai had told him, and he would be upset with Vegeta for believing him. Beerus knew that Daishin-Kan would never do that. He would never interrupt someone in that way, without warning him before whatever happens.
You are an idiot, Vegeta. He is covering up for that damned Saiyan. He, more than anyone, should know what is happening with that Saiyan. And he would never harm him even if they fight. I will have to go there myself personally to see what that fool tells me.
Meanwhile, on King Kai's planet, he was relaxed because he had been saved from being annihilated, and at the same time he was sad because of the death of his pet. But this was overwhelmed when he realized that behind him there was a dark energy, and he knew that it could not be anything good. He would turn around and would realize that it was the god of destruction Beerus, leaving him perplexed. Mr. Beerus, what are you doing in a place like this? What is your great presence? King Kai would say with much fear. Beerus would stare him in the eyes with a frightening expression, saying,
You know perfectly well why I'm here. Don't want to see my stupid face. You know perfectly well why I'm here. Don't want to see my stupid face.
What's wrong, Mr. Beerus?
I want you to tell me where that damn Saiyan is. You can't lie to me like you did to that idiot Vegeta. Answer the damn question.
Yes, sir, but...
Answer the damn question. Anyone who tries to cover up for Goku, I will kill them.
Whis would tell Beerus. Sir Beerus, looks like he will never reveal that information, although killing him seems a little unnecessary to me.
You shut up, Whis. Don't mess with me.
At that moment, King Kai had no choice, so he had to tell the truth. He would tell him that Goku was inside the time chamber, but he would tell him that even if he wanted to, he wouldn't be able to enter that place. Beerus, without saying another word, without caring about what King Kai said, he would tell Whis to take him to Earth as fast as possible. So they would immediately go to Earth, asking Vegeta where the time chamber was. So he would take Beerus to the sacred temple, where Dende would welcome them. Mr. Beerus, a pleasure to have you. Here, tell me, what can I do for you? Beerus would not answer him, and with a blow he would force him to one side. Vegeta and Beerus would go to the door of the room, realizing that this one was totally destroyed, where Dende would get up in pain after that blow, and he would tell them that even if he rebuilt it, they could not enter where Goku was. But Beerus would force him to rebuild it, so Dende had to do it. After a while, the door had been completely repaired, and Beerus and Vegeta would enter the room, but they would meet absolutely nobody, causing Beerus to be angry.
Damn it! That idiot King Kai lied to us again!
Dende would hear this and would tell them he didn't lie to them, he told them the truth. What happened is that the door had been destroyed, and therefore there was no longer that connection with that dimension, and that the one they were observing was another one, leaving Beerus very unhappy. He would leave the place, and would get the way to call the dragon Shenlong again, and he would say,
They have called me very soon. The estimated time has not yet passed. I don't know how they managed it, but tell me, what is your wish?
The dragon would look in detail, and he would realize that the one who called him was the god of destruction Beerus, leaving him completely scared.
Mr. Beerus, a pleasure,
he would say fearfully.
I will not beat around the bush. I want you to take me directly to where this Saiyan is. Who are you referring to, Mr. Beerus? I am talking about Goku. I want you to take me to where he is. Oh, I am very sorry, Mr. Beerus. According to what I can observe, it is not within my capabilities. I do not have enough power for it. He is in another dimension, which before was connected to the Earth, but it seems that they are no longer. And now it is completely impossible for me to know the dimension in which he is, of the billions that are the same. Although, if I knew, I could not do it either. Anything else you want to ask?
The dragon would notice the angry expression of Beerus, so it made him even more afraid.
I think he won't want another wish.
In that instant, the dragon would disappear again, and the spheres would disappear.
It can't be. That damn thing is saved. I have no way to find him,
Vegeta would say.
Anyway, it seems that he can't get out of that place. There is no way to do it. He will die in there. You are right. At least he is trapped, and he will never get out of that place.
Meanwhile, in the time room, Goku and Goten were training. They had already spent about 5 years in the time room. Goten had learned many techniques. Teleportation was one of them, and he had already mastered all the phases of the Saiyan, Saiyan 1, Saiyan 2, and Saiyan 3. And it seemed that at that time he was already learning the basics of Divine Ki, while Goku by that time managed to master the Kaioken with the Super Saiyan Blue God, thus managing to exceed all the limits of the Kaioken, and knowing how to use it to its maximum level.
This is just the beginning,
Goku would say with a serious expression on his face. Then hundreds of years would have passed, and Goku would be in front of Beerus. Beerus would be kneeling in front of the Saiyan.
Now if you die, you will die. You should never have betrayed me.
Some time had passed since Beerus decided to look for the Saiyan Goku, but he would realize that this was practically impossible, since both Saiyans were inside a dimension, which was known not only existed one with those characteristics, but there were millions like them, and this made it extremely difficult to find them, and if they started to do it, it would take billions of years to find them, and by this time, they would have to have died. In the time room, approximately 15 years passed. Goten had already mastered the Divine Ki, and therefore managed to control the base state of the gods, and in turn, also the Super Saiyan Blue God. It seemed to be easier for him to adapt to this than Goku himself. Goku was surprised by the performance of his son, and the power that this one had reached. But Goku would say to him, "Although you have managed to use that power, it is not enough against them. You need much more power. We will not leave until we have enough strength to take revenge of those damned ones." "But Father, I'm already very tired. I can't stand being in this place anymore. Besides, the food supplies are already running out. We're running low on food. We haven't known how to moderate the provisions." "Goten, it's better that you forget about that. If we have to die in here, we'll die. But we'll never get out if we don't have enough power, because it would be the same fate. The dead stalk us everywhere. Stop complaining and train, Goten." "But Father, I have nothing to fight for. No one to protect." "And you think I do, Goten? They've all betrayed me. My only motive is revenge. After all I did for them, they betrayed me like that. Beerus will regret what he did. He'll wish he never betrayed me. He never thought someone like me could be so vengeful. Now I just want to see him kneeling before me, begging for his life." "Ugh, damn bastards! You have awakened the rage in me!" "All right, Father, I get it, but I ask you to calm down. I know this affected you a lot, but I still feel that this is not the right way to act." "And what do you want, Goten? Do you want them to kill us? Don't be an idiot." "Sorry. Maybe I thought we could fix it by talking to them." These words would make Goku angry, and he would give Goten a fierce punch in the face that would leave him on the floor. "What stupidity did you just say, Goten? You know well that with them, you can't talk. They want us dead. What don't you understand about that?" Goten would be stunned by his father's attitude, thinking, I had never seen him act that way. He really is blinded by anger and revenge. I feel that he definitely won't stop until he kills them one by one. They brought out the hidden dark side of my father, but he's right. They don't deserve any chance. They are unhappy. They never valued what my father did for them. Goku, by that time, was acquiring presence over the Ultra Instinct. He realized that there was something beyond the Divine Key, learning little by little to use the state of the Ultra Instinct. He understood that he should not think, and that the body should act by itself in consequence of its environment. Goku was perfecting it little by little. Meanwhile, outside the room, Dende was talking with Mr. Popo in the Sacred Temple. I think it's been a long time since they've been in that place. The food must be finished by now, and I doubt they can get out of that place by themselves. Why are you telling me this, Dende? Listen, I know it's difficult to get them out of that place, but we must do something to achieve it. If we don't do it, they will die in there. I don't think they have much time left alive. You know that's completely impossible. Not even the god of destruction, Beerus, could do anything. You're right, Mr. Popo. It really was a stupid idea. I don't know why I thought I could get him out of there. And now that I think about it, I don't think he wants to leave that place. Knowing that they are waiting outside to kill them, surely he would rather die in there. I'm afraid they only have to die in there, Dende. It's a very sad thing, but fate wanted it that way, unfortunately. I know, but we must be able to do something from outside. Help them to avoid that tragedy to happen. Letting them die would make us murderers. So tell me, what are you planning? Tell me, Mr. Popo. Do you think I can make them immortal in there? I don't know, but how he plans to do that. We can't call Shenlong yet. There is still too much time to do it. I wasn't planning to use Shenlong. Do you think he is the only dragon there is? I see. Then he plans to use the one from his planet, Namek. At that moment, he would communicate telepathically with the Great Patriarch and explain him the situation.
All right, we will help that boy. He did a lot for us. We will use the dragon Purunga to give you a hand.
At that moment, the Great Patriarch would order everyone to gather the dragon spheres to summon the dragon Purunga. So they would manage to gather the dragon spheres, and the Patriarch would summon the dragon Purunga, making the whole place go dark. And so the dragon would come out saying,
Tell me, what is your wish?
My wish is that you give immortality to the Saiyans Kakarot and Goten.
You can only turn one per wish.
And I will use 2 wishes. One is to make Goku immortal, and the other is to make Goten immortal. The dragon would grant this wish to the Patriarch.
There is still one wish left. Tell me what is your last wish.
Lastly, I wanted to create an artifact that would serve to teleport Goku and Goten to Earth. That is to say, the artifact should appear where they are, and they should be able to use it when they wish to leave that dimension, with destination to Earth. I know that you have the power to take them out directly, but I know that those Saiyans would want it that way. This was not a problem for the dragon Purunga, and he would grant the 3rd wish, so he would withdraw, and the dragon spheres would be dispersed again. Meanwhile, in the Room of Time, Goku and Goten were training, when suddenly they felt a strange sensation in the body, making both fall to the ground, as they had felt something that had stunned them. But this feeling went away quickly, and they got up again. The reason for this was that the fact of making them immortal stopped the growth as a result. This drastic change in the system stunned them for a few moments, but their body was able to adapt quickly to this new change. However, both Saiyans did not know why this had happened. Apart from that, they would both notice that a strange item had fallen on them. It had a red button in the middle, and on the back it said escape. This was very strange to both of them, supposing that it could be a magic object that could get them out of the place. Goten excitedly tried to press it, but Goku pushed it away. Damn it, Goten! What did I tell you? Stay away from that button. Even if it could help us escape, it's useless now. I told you that we wouldn't get out until we had enough power. Goku didn't trust Goten, so he decided to destroy the artifact. Father, what the hell did you do? That could help us escape. I'm not interested, Goten. Go, train. So, 20 more years would pass. Goku had finally managed to completely dominate the state of Ultra Instinct, so he had become extremely powerful, something amazing. Meanwhile, on the planet of Beerus, the god of destruction would say, I have a strange feeling. What's wrong with you, sir? I don't know, Whis. I have a feeling that Goku really hasn't died. But what are you saying, Mr. Beerus? It's been so many years inside that place. It's practically impossible that they are still alive.
Don't be naive, Whis. You think that someone like Goku would die so easily? Surely he will have found the way and the method to stay alive inside. I can feel him breathing down my neck.
Why do you say that, sir?
I feel that he is preparing himself. This is not the end, Whis. It's just the beginning.
I see him very confident of his words. Maybe not sleeping is affecting him. What if he decides to take a nap?
Shut up, Whis. Your words don't help. It even seems that you are on their side.
No, sir. Don't say that nonsense. I'm not on anyone's side. I remain neutral in all this.
I don't know, Whis. I have noticed something strange with this situation. It seems that you felt appreciation for Goku.
Just because I don't feel the way you do, doesn't mean I'm on anyone's side. That's naive thinking.
What Beerus didn't know is that inside Whis didn't like the situation of Goku, because he really liked him. Something that had never happened before, and he knew that this was a forbidden rule between angels, to mislead Beerus about this idea. He told him what happened in Namek, and the wish they had asked for, making Beerus very angry.
Damn, Whis. Didn't you think they were dead?
That's right, Mr. Beerus. What I told you is recent information that I just found out.
That idiot from Dende must have told them. Now they will remain alive eternally in that place.
Whis didn't mention to Beerus which was the third wish that they had asked for, so he didn't know that they had an object that could get them out of there. And he also didn't know that if he asked the Dragon Purunga to make Goku and Goten appear in front of him, he could perfectly do it. Information that Whis would know, but that he had never told Beerus. But even though Whis didn't mention anything, and neither about the third wish, the God of Destruction already knew that at some point they will come out, because they always find a way to solve things. So he was prepared to kill them as soon as he saw them, so that they would not escape again.
The next time I have them in front of me, I will disappear from existence once and for all, before they manage to escape, because I gave them plenty of time to do it. But this time it will be completely different. I will be so happy when they finally disappear. When I see them disintegrating little by little in front of me, seeing them being reduced to nothing, at that moment, I will feel very calm.
Meanwhile, in the room 120 years had been completed since they entered, and Goten had been able to completely master the Ultra Instinct, a state that cost him much more time to master than his father for some strange reason, while Goku had managed to access an unknown state. Something that went far beyond the Ultra Instinct was the state of perfect Ultra Instinct, i.e., the complete Ultra Instinct, the final phase of that state. Goku would think, it's time to leave this place. With this power, I'll tear that damn God of Destruction to pieces. Everything I did was only for revenge. The same thought that the father corrupted Goten also after a century. Goten had become someone cold now, just like his father. Goku would try to increase all his power to escape from the room, as he believed that with the power he had now, he could create a portal. But this was in vain, because not even the slightest hint of a dimensional portal had appeared, completely disappointing Goku. But Goten would show him something that left him perplexed. But how the hell is it that you have that object? I thought I destroyed it. I saw it myself as I destroyed it. You were wrong, Father. It was just an illusion technique I used. You never really destroyed anything. For the first time, I can say it was good that you did that, Goten. I hope that button really helps us to escape. At that moment, both Saiyans would press the button, realizing that suddenly everything had become black. They had appeared in a completely dark place, in which several portals that directed to the same place could be observed. It was above the earth, but it was very strange that there were so many equal portals. But Goku would realize that they were parallel lands to theirs. Although each one seemed to have something characteristic, the southern part of the lands changed in each portal, but they could recognize theirs, thanks to Goten, who went to school and knew how the land was perfectly. Goku could not know because he was a fool. Both went to the portal, appearing in the land. The point of appearance, coincidentally, had been the house of Goku. Gohan would see them and would be scared.
But perhaps you are not dead. It seems to me that you'll be the dead one now, Gohan.
Goku and Goten would have left the Room of Time after both obtained abysmal powers. These left thanks to some dimensional portals that directed them to Earth. But coincidentally, both would appear in Goku's house, and at that moment, Chi-Chi and Gohan were talking. When suddenly Goku and Goten had appeared in that place, Gohan and Chi-Chi would not be aware of their presence, until Goku with a blow had destroyed the entrance of the house. Gohan would say to his mother, Chi-Chi, "It cannot be. Now who will it be? Mother, stay here. Don't move. I'll go see what's going on. I'll take care of that guy." Goku would not finish saying these words when suddenly he felt a hand touching his shoulder from behind. At the same time, he would hear a voice telling him, "That's right, Gohan. It's me, your father." This would leave Gohan completely dumbfounded because he believed that his father had died in the time room. He would be speechless because he knew what was coming was not going to be good at all. His heart would start beating much faster. He could notice his way of speaking, that he really did not come with good intentions. A worried and scared Gohan would say, "It's impossible. It cannot be your father." Gohan would slowly turn around and see his father's face next to Gohan, with a totally cold expression. "Funny, Gohan. You were the first one I found. Maybe fate itself wanted it that way." "Damn it. What do you want, father? Did you think they could get rid of me? How naive they are." "Father, I told you. What do you want?" "You're an idiot, Gohan. You know very well what will happen here." "Please don't do it. Everything I did was because I was forced to do it. I really never would have done it. You're my father. How could I have been born from me to do that to you? That goes against my principles. But if I didn't do it, they'd kill my mother. I'm sorry, Dad. Please, understand." "I don't care about that, Gohan. If you would have told me, I would have known what to do. But you preferred to do it that way. I got a great accumulated rage for every damn day I spent in that empty place. At least be thankful that I'll not be the one who kills you." "What do you mean? What are you talking about?" Goten, who had been silent, would say, "Seriously, Gohan, I'll be the one to kill you. I'll end your life. I'll not forgive you for what you did to my father." "But it can't be, Goten. You can't do this. I don't want to have to kill you, so please, don't get involved." Goten, without saying another word, would hit him in the face and make Gohan fall on the ground from the impact. Since he didn't expect it, Goten would stand in front of him saying, "Do you think I'm still the same weak as before? Right now you should be afraid, brother." Chi-Chi would see this and say, "No, Gohan, are you okay? Goten, why are you doing this to your brother?" "So I didn't educate you, son." "Mother, you're the least indicated to say that. You betrayed my father, and I'm not going to forgive you for that either." "But, son..." "Shut up, Mother. I don't want to listen to you." Gohan would get up from the floor saying, "I see, Goten, so you want to fight with me. I'm sorry that this has to be done this way, but you forced me." At that moment, Gohan would start to ascend his power. Due to the amount of power, the house would be completely destroyed and would be shattered. Chi-Chi didn't want her two sons to confront each other and would tell Gohan, "Please, son, I ask you to stop. You must make another way to solve this." Goku very seriously would say to Chi-Chi, "Stay out of this. Shut the fuck up." "Don't talk to me like that, Goku. You're an idiot for doing it." I said, "Shut up, Chi-Chi. You don't want me to kill you." Chi-Chi would be stunned by the Saiyan's treatment, because she didn't remember Goku being like that. He seemed like a stranger to her. He wasn't the fun and happy guy she remembered, but deep down she knew it was all because of them. That's why Goku changed so drastically. Goku no longer cared about protecting anyone. He just wanted revenge for everything they did to him. After everything he had done for all of them, they betrayed him in the most shameless way. Gohan had transformed into his most powerful form, so he would say, "Now if Goten will finish you, you had the opportunity to remedy your decision, but you didn't want to. Now you have to deal with the consequences. As you wish, Gohan." At that moment, Goten as well as Gohan would also increase his power, using the Super Saiyan. Gohan with a slight smile would say, "You really think to defeat me with that power, Goten? How incredulous you are." Goten before these words would not answer, absolutely nothing. He would only remain silent, and when he heard this, the atmosphere of that place had become very tense. Even Goku was anxious to see how this fight would take place. Gohan would adopt his fighting pose, waiting for Goten to be the first one to make the attack. And so it was, Goten at that instant would throw himself at full power against Gohan, trying to hit him in the face. But Gohan would dodge it very easily. So Gohan would say, "How naive you are, Goten." But what Gohan did not know is that Goten had already foreseen in advance that this would happen. At the time that Gohan dodged Goten, he had moved to his right, which meant that Goten was behind his back. So Goten would use this to his advantage and give a super kick to Gohan, which he did not expect, and would send him with great force to the ground, creating a huge hole in the ground, leaving everything full of debris. Chi-Chi was crying when she saw all this. She tried to cover her eyes, to not see what was happening at that moment. Gohan, a little sore, would get up from the ground. "I didn't expect that one. I admit, that was a good attack. I see that I have to take this much more seriously. Now get ready, Goten." Gohan would take advantage of the solid surface of the ground to propel himself with speed to where Goten was above him. But when trying to impact with Goten, Goten used his two hands like a stone to hit Gohan and throw him back to the ground. But this was useless because Gohan was totally prepared. Gohan would take him by his hands and legs and start hitting him in the stomach with his knee, hitting Goten with multiple blows, making him spit some blood. Your stupidity led you to this, Goten. It's a shame I have to do this to you, brother, but I will not have mercy on you, just as you did not have mercy on me. Gohan was superior to Goten at that moment. You could notice a big difference in the power of both. Gohan would finally knock him down with a kick to the back. Goten had fallen to the ground, and Gohan would say your last words before he kills you. Gohan would prepare an energy attack. Goten would just close his eyes, which made Gohan think that he had already accepted his fate. I see, so you won't say anything. Goodbye, brother. Next, Gohan would launch his attack against Goten, observing how the power was getting closer and closer to him. But suddenly, the energy had begun to retreat. Gohan didn't know what was happening, because the power energy limited his vision to see what was happening on the other side. He was very confused. Cannot be. What's happening here? Suddenly, that power would vanish, so Gohan could see what had happened. He noticed that his brother now had white hair, and was standing, staring at him. It can't be. You should be done with that attack. What's wrong? Now I feel another kind of power in you. It's impossible. What is that? That is Ultra Instinct, a power that goes beyond the gods. This was the moment I was waiting for. I wanted to see your face right now. I don't understand what's going on. Don't even try to understand, Gohan. I just have to tell you that your story is over. Shut up, Goten. Don't talk nonsense. Gohan would throw himself again against Gohan, but he would be unable to hit him, even a single blow. And he didn't understand why, since he didn't even see Goten move. It was as if he was a ghost. But this was due to Goten's speed, and not even Gohan had been able to notice his movements. This was a lot to process for Gohan, although finally Goten let himself be hit, so that Gohan would notice how weak he was in front of him. Gohan was stunned to see that his blows did not even move Goten a millimeter. He made his blows look like garbage. Goten in the blink of an eye left Gohan seriously wounded, and lifted him by the neck, saying, "Don't you think it's worth killing you, Gohan? Do you think it's fair our mother had to see how I ended your life? Do you really think that's fair?" What are you saying, Goten? You were the one who wanted to fight. Didn't want to fight. You brought me into this. I was just testing you, Gohan. I wanted to see how you would react when you had the chance to kill me. I wanted to see if everything you said was true. But thanks to that, I realized that you lied. You were going to kill me at first chance you could. You don't care that I was your blood. You don't care that we were brothers. You don't even care that our mother witnessed all this. You're scum. I don't know at what point you changed so much. I don't remember you like that. Something brainwashed you. You're no longer my brother. I have no reason to allow you to continue breathing the same air as me. No, Goten. Please don't do it. Goku, seeing this, would tell Goten, "Finish it. Don't have any pity on him." Goten would prepare a Kamehameha with all his power, which he would try to throw at Gohan, to end his life once and for all. But he would hear Chi-Chi's voice, begging him to stop, to please not do it. And even though Goten hated her for what she did, this could make him stop, since after all, she was his mother. Goku would get mad at Goten, telling him, "Why'd you do that? Why'd you stop? Why did you stop? I said finish him, Goten." "I'm sorry, Father. I can't." "You're unbelievable." "I'm really sorry, Father. After all, my mother's words ended up influencing me." Goku, angry, would give Goten a kick that would send him flying hundreds of meters. Should have finished him off. Goku in his Super Saiyan Red God state had surprised Goten with his blow. "Why did you do that, Father? What's wrong with you?" "You're being so naive. It seems that it was my turn to annihilate you, Gohan. I didn't want to be the one to do that, but you've earned it." Goku would charge an attack, which he would throw at Gohan, but in spite of this, he didn't manage to kill Gohan, although he left him extremely wounded. He almost couldn't move, so Gohan saw that he had to use a little more energy to kill him, so he was about to throw it. But suddenly, something had kicked his face, making him crash against some rocks nearby. With a confused voice, Goku would say, "What the hell happened?" A voice would be heard saying, "Insect, what do you think you're doing? I knew the power I felt was about you too." "I see, Vegeta. So it was you. I honestly thought you'd run away when I found you, but this surprises me. I really wanted to see you, Vegeta. You don't know how much I wanted this moment." "I knew you were alive, Kakarot, although I must say that I'm very surprised that you were able to get out of that place, and that you're still alive." Bulma, who had come with him, would explain to Vegeta that probably someone had used the Dragon Balls to make them immortal, because if not, she couldn't explain how Goten was still a child, when after so much time in that place, he should at least be an adult. "Now I understand everything, Bulma. Makes a lot of sense. I wonder if Mr. Beerus found out about that." I don't care about that. Seems I'll have to finish the job. At that moment, Goten was not transformed, since Goku had surprised him with a big hit. Vegeta would tell Gohan that he better run away from that place, but Gohan couldn't even move at all because of the wounds they had. Vegeta would realize this quickly and would take Gohan by the arms. He'd throw him thousands of kilometers away, so they wouldn't end his life. But he didn't think about protecting Chi-Chi, so she would continue in that place, suffering with everything that was happening. Goku would tell Vegeta, "Doesn't matter if he runs away. Anyway, I'll find him and finish the job. And I won't kill Chi-Chi because of this little appreciation I have left for her. But I will kill you, Vegeta. After everything you did, I long for this moment, to have you face to face." "See, you're very determined, Kakarot, but this time I won't play much like before. This will be fast. I won't beat around the bush." Vegeta was surprised by the change in Goku's attitude. He was now somewhat very cold and serious. Goku would pass to a state of Super Saiyan Blue and would begin a great battle. The whole place would begin to tremble. His power was being felt throughout the earth. Due to the great energy that these generated, the sound of the blows to collide could rumble in the ears of the people who were thousands of miles away from that place. No one understood where all these sounds came from. Mr. Satan would tell everyone on Earth to calm down, that he would take care of everything, that they have nothing to fear. People began to believe that this was a new threat, but they never imagined that the two greatest heroes of their planet were fighting a battle to the death, something that would have never have crossed their minds. Goku and Vegeta were fighting side by side, and both were having similar strength. The fight was even for both. Vegeta had improved and increased his power, also because while Goku was not there, he was also training and becoming more powerful. But this equally would not take long when Goku got tired of fighting side by side with Vegeta and decided to show him some of his true power. In just an instant, Goku would use the full state of Ultra Instinct, so his hair would turn white, and a splendid aura would surround his body, leaving Vegeta speechless. "It can't be. Kakarot became much more powerful in there. He even got a new transformation. It can't be possible." Bulma would see this and knew what was coming. She would immediately tell Mr. Whis to go with Beerus immediately to the place, while Goku showed Vegeta his power. Goku with a snap had managed to make a big hole in the earth, which crossed from side to side. Vegeta was speechless to see that practically without moving he had done that. But while Vegeta saw Goku in front of him, at the same time he would feel that he was attacked with several blows from behind. But when he turned around, he could not see anything. He only felt the blows. And when he looked at Goku, he was still standing in front of him. And indeed, these blows belonged to Goku, but Vegeta was unable to see it, so much that he could not believe what was happening. "What happened, Vegeta?" He looked confused. Goku would approach Vegeta and pierce him through the stomach with his right hand, and then pull out without Vegeta noticing, until he looked down and saw that he had a big hole in his stomach. With a very painful and suffering voice, he would say, "Insect?" Goku would think of a way to end Vegeta's life when suddenly, a very familiar person had appeared. "Hi, Goku. So, you're here."
Goku would be seconds away from ending the life of his rival. Vegeta knew inside that this was an imminent end for him, to be defeated by Goku. But something had appeared behind Goku's back. Goku would immediately let go of Vegeta, throwing him to the side, who at the same time would turn around and see the god of destruction Beerus and his companion Whis now in front of him. Vegeta would be on the ground spitting blood, thanking him almost without being able to speak, saying many thanks to the god for appearing at that instant. Goku would say, "Shut up, Vegeta. You're already finished." Beerus would interrupt Goku's words, saying, "I think you're making a significant mistake. Things will be different." Goku, looking him in the eyes, would simply laugh, saying, "I understand that you think that. If I were you, I would too. It's normal how you're very confident with the power you have, since nobody in this universe is stronger than you. Well, of course, excluding me." Whis would greet Goku cordially. Since he had the opportunity to do so until now, Goku would greet him with respect, since it seemed that the problem was between Goku and Beerus at that moment. Whis had a clear image of how everything was going to end, but he preferred not to say anything and to keep it to himself, since otherwise it would make the moment more boring, because everything that was happening only meant entertainment for Whis, the angel. Meanwhile, on the other side, the gods of destruction had found out everything that had happened with immortal Goku, and they were in complete agreement with what Beerus was doing, since Goku only meant trouble for everyone. Mr. Beerus would calmly ask Goku, "Why did you do all this?" making Goku upset. "Seriously, you ask that stupidity. Have you not realized what you did? I thought we were friends. I never believed that a betrayal could come from you. That was the worst mistake you could have made. You forgot one important thing, and that is that I'm a Saiyan. I'm of the warrior race. Besides, I do not bow to anyone, unless before someone as hypocritical as you."
There's no doubt you're foolish, Saiyan. All this was for the good of the universe, even of the existence. Your existence alone represents a very big problem. You did not know how to measure your words. You did things in the long run, always ended up affecting us. Because of you, almost all the universes were eliminated, and almost us too, all because of your desire to fight. I would do it again if necessary. You must not exist, Goku. It seems that we have the same goal. Prepare to die! Goku would begin to significantly increase his power, reaching the state of Super Saiyan Blue. And when he reached that point, he stopped increasing his power. Beerus nor the others knew what was happening. Goku would attack Beerus, trying to hit him in the face, but the God of Destruction would dodge this easily. Or that is what he believed, since Goku had another arm in his stomach that would be about to impact. But the god only managed to notice that when he returned to observe the face of Goku, his hair had turned another color, a white color. And indeed, this blow had been hit with precision into the stomach of Beerus, making him run out of air. Impeccable blow, Goku. I must say that I was surprised. You've never become so much more powerful. I perceive a very different power in you now. I never thought to see a mortal was able to dominate the Ultra Instinct. This will be more entertaining than I thought. In that instant, Beerus increased his power. Meanwhile, in another place, Zeno-sama was playing together with Daishin-kan. It seemed they were deciding which planet to destroy for fun, but Daishin-kan had been noticing the gods with a very strange attitude for a long time. He would not have dared to ask the angels. Daishin-kan had commented this to Zeno-sama, and he would tell him, "I don't know, surely the mortal Goku must know something. He's always involved in the strange things that happen." Daishin-kan would also laugh when he heard this, but he had made a click in the head of the priest, because he also realized that lately he had not heard anything from the Saiyan, which in itself is something very strange about Goku, since he was never quiet. Zeno-sama would notice Daishin-kan very thoughtful, telling him, "Why are you so thoughtful?" Daishin-kan wouldn't comment anything about this to Zeno-sama because he didn't want him to worry too much. Since he doesn't know what reaction someone as unstable as Zeno-sama could have at times, he would invent that he was only thinking about what other game they would play tomorrow. And Zeno-sama would not doubt the validity of his words. Following this, Daishin-kan would decide to summon a meeting to all the gods of destruction, to once and for all know what was happening. So the priest would tell his sons, so that each angel would tell his god of destruction about attending the meeting of the high priest. This meeting would be called in another place, and Zeno-sama would not find out anything. For the second time, Daishin-kan was doing something hidden from the king of everything, which meant that it was really something of utmost importance. Meanwhile, Goku with teleportation would take him to an almost inhospitable planet. He found it thanks to living beings that were there, leaving everyone else on Earth. Even the angel Whis would stay on Earth. Beerus asked Goku why he did that, and Goku replied, "I can't let you destroy everything I love. That's why our battle will be here." That was kind of annoying. Didn't give you permission to do that, Goku. I don't need your permission to protect. Better shut your mouth, Goku. Beerus would attack Goku with a flurry of punches, which Goku would stop with some difficulty. Grabbing him by the arm would impact him against the ground, creating a huge hole in the ground. The planet was being destroyed at a too fast a speed, causing the few remaining inhabitants on that planet to die. Goku didn't care about the inhabitants of that planet, since the only planet he appreciates and values is Earth. His current lack of empathy for what he doesn't know prevented any of this from mattering to Goku. Even though the planet was being destroyed very quickly, Goku and Beerus remained inside it. Beerus would respond to Goku's attack with an energy blast. For this, he took some distance and separated them at a 360-degree angle around Goku, which caused Goku to receive the full impact of the energy blasts, leaving him with some visible injuries. While on Earth, Whis had received a call from Daishin-kan, telling him that he needed Beerus to go immediately to the place he indicated, to which Whis would say, "Okay, father, we'll be right there." But after that communication, Whis would start to sweat because Goku had taken Beerus at that moment, and he didn't know where they were. So Whis would start to search in his staff where the God of Destruction was, but he still couldn't locate him. It can't be. Seems that today I had bad luck. By that time, the angel Whis should be taking Beerus to where the high priest was, but he didn't even know where he was, so Whis would tell his father that Lord Beerus was busy. But Daishin-kan told him he had to attend or else he would be dismissed from his position for breaking one of the most important rules. Whis would only ascend the head. Vegeta would get even more scared, thinking, "Damn, the great priest Daishin-kan to request the presence of all the gods of destruction. What's going on? I don't smell any good about this. I just hope it has nothing to do with what I'm thinking." Meanwhile, Goku was fighting against Beerus, but Beerus got tired and decided to use all of his power, making the planet destroyed, and both were in space. Although the planet was shattered, Goku and Beerus were still unharmed. Goku would again teleport with Beerus to another planet to continue fighting. "Damn, Saiyan, how annoying you are. Stop sending me to other places.
Beerus would be using his maximum power and with this would attack Goku. He wasn't able to dodge the attacks of the God of Destruction, leaving Goku stunned.
Seems his power is much greater now. From what I see, my power's not enough against him. Beerus would take him and start lifting him up, and with his other hand he prepared a Hakai. Goku tried to get free from Beerus' arm, but no matter how much he struggled, he couldn't. Goku would manage to get free by tearing his shirt, but Beerus would grab him again. This time he would grab him by the neck, telling him, "You're not going anywhere. Where did you think you're going? You can't escape from me, you damn Saiyan." Goku at that moment would realize that Beerus had a Hakai in his hand, but when he realized, it was too late. Beerus had impacted this energy in his body. Goku felt like he wasn't able to move. This energy was consuming him, so he wouldn't stop screaming. While that was happening, the God of Destruction just laughed out loud. It was good while it lasted. I'm sorry it ended this way, but it was either you or let the universe be harmed. As God of Destruction, I must care about the universe. It's over. But Goku would seriously say, "No, it's not over." Goku would close his eyes, and when he opened them, the Hakai had disintegrated. But how? It can't be. Disappeared as if it was nothing. How could he disintegrate it so easily? He didn't even make an effort. Beerus would notice that again something had changed in the Saiyan. His hair had grown 5 times its size. A different shine could be observed. His body was illuminated in a very pure white, making the God of Destruction back a few steps, while Goku, seeing him in the eyes, would say, "This is my perfect form, my absolute power. I know I'd have to use it with someone like you. You should beg me not to end your life now." What do you think? Because your hair's grown, you're already superior to me? How naive the Saiyans are. Apparently they know the power of a God of Destruction. He's right, but I don't need to know it to know that my power is much superior to that of a person. Much delirium of grandeur, Goku would say, who at the same time would grab Beerus' head and lower Beerus' body, so that Beerus would end up kneeling. Beerus couldn't do anything about it. Goku had just humiliated him. Now what happens, Master Beerus? Who's watching you from above? Beerus would try to get up, but Goku wouldn't allow it. Don't move. I want you to apologize for what you've done, so I can reconsider not to finish you. Don't even dream about it, Saiyan. I won't bow down to a mortal. You're an idiot. Well, that's the way you want it. Disappear. Goku would make a power similar to the Hakai that was especially for vanishing a god, using it against Beerus and ending his existence. Meanwhile, Whis had arrived at the meeting place without his God of Destruction, i.e. Beerus, disturbing Daishinkan. What happened, Whis? Tell me, why isn't Beerus here right now? I regret to inform you he was killed by the Saiyan Goku. I don't know the reason that led him to do that. It can't be, and my suspicions were right. Listen to me, Gods of Destruction. Look for that Saiyan, and bring him back to me, alive.